That might have went on a little bit longer than I planned because I didn't actually realise it went to 0. But good evening, everybody. We're back with the usual traditions. It's season 10 time. It's the team draw time. And just like season 9, it's the old question of where is Mr. CRL real DC? Now, the story is that first the printer wasn't working. Now the story is that the laptop isn't working. So if anybody has any friends within technical support, can they please get on to Mr. Real DC because he's kind of struggling. Yeah, he's struggling quite a bit, folks. So just maybe bear with me. You got a little bit of my waffle. Don't take that out of context. But in the meantime, I will entertain you with not a beanie, but I think it's just as good as a beanie. It is my Pudsey headband that I acquired in Manchester with our latest meetup. Now, believe it or not, I may have been slightly intoxicated and I may have been using these lovely, lovely headbands to smile and wave at people as they flew by in the trams. A couple of people did seem to like it. A couple of people didn't quite know what to make of it, but until Dan gets here, you've got the headbands. I don't even know if Dan is here. I think, there's somebody else here. Yes, there is. Somebody else has arrived. Here he is. I can see him. He's just beeped up. Put your hands together. He's finally made it here. What excuse has he been this time?
Hiya.
It's about time.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep. I take it everybody can hear you at home. Can we get a DC at home or something to say that he's here, that you can hear him?
Fine, it's okay. I've put my name to be relevant.
It is.
Okay.
It's very relevant, to be fair. How you doing, though, mate? I've slid the laptop the long way. I'm trying to get myself centered.
That's fine. Well, as you can tell, we had all the technical difficulties. Currently, I'm not even using the laptop. It's just gone kaput. So I'm using an iPad, but I think it seems to be better. So fine.
It's working. As long as it's got a camera, we can hear you, we can see you. It seems to be working. We're only 22 minutes late.
Yeah.
Traditions, mate. Needs to happen. Well, we'll kick things off then, of course. Before we've got the draw, we of course last season we had season 9. It was our biggest and best season as of yet. 5 tiers with 100 full-time drivers, although some of them maybe not showing up as much as they should have. Did see us go to a new level. Let me just grab this little bit of paper as well, folks. Sorry, never seen that. We did, of course, then have 5 drivers' champions. Those being Tier 5, Mark Wilson, 1995. Tier 4, TGT Palmer, or Harry Palmer as he's also known. Tier 3, Brabbit 029. Tier 2, ERO Strange. And Tier 1, QBR Nathan, or G Russell. And some numbers at the end. Apologies to that, Nathan. I can't actually remember what it is. Those 5 then, of course, getting some lovely prizes, part of our sponsorship deal. Mr. 4-Star is gladly been able to procure us some tickets relating to Santa Pod Raceway. I do believe, Dan, you can confirm there's nothing quite available as of yet.
The season, I think the season for Santa Pod's over. James, if you're in here, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's a case of he'll message you sort of December time, ready for next year, 2024, and he'll sort your tickets out.
Brilliant stuff. Also, as well, the posters, Mr. Knight, or Nick, as he's known, a brilliant graphic designer, been a driver, a supporter, and a friend of the league for many years. Done some absolutely amazing designs, really putting AJ Wuhan to shame, it must be said. Them, of course, and the typical, of course, from ourselves, Dan, or I don't know who supplies it. It's not always me. 5 of the drivers named, of course, getting a £15 PSN voucher to use on whatever their heart desires. Alongside that, then, Dan, of course, we had our constructors champion, 10 of them this time, so the odds are getting a little bit lower to win. But as per the usual, we have our little giraffle here for, I believe it's a Ferrari cap this time, as it was Ferrari that won it. So in the draw, of course, there's Sweet Crowd and Boompier from Tier 1, Hobbsy and Knowsley from Tier 2, Brabbit and Ennis from Tier 3, Aizen and Wuban from Tier 4, and Gautier, Lefalon, and Mark Wilson from Tier 5. And I believe, Dan, you're primed and at the ready. You're our golden lottery girl.
Yes, I am just making sure I've got the names right because, is what it is. I just want to make sure I don't have one of the drivers in with the constructors. So just going back through them. So we've got Hobbsy and Wuban are 2 eligible for the constructors, I believe.
Yes.
So that is the Ferraris. Like I said, I'll just being prepped. That's all it is. I don't want to have the wrong people and then just the wrong person win it and everyone cries. So
no one would ever cry at Cohen, mate. Come on. Hi, Farrell.
I mean, no one cries unless your name's Farrell and you've got a 16-year-old rattling you.
Again, don't take that out of context.
Could get in a lot of trouble for that.
Oof.
Perfect. So I'm just double checking just to make sure. I believe we've got them. Just double checking to make sure nobody's accidentally frauded their way onto the list you sent me, Scott.
Did you not notice I've got 6 entries on it, mate?
You put 6 in yourself, have you?
Yeah, just to make sure, You got to fix something. You better fix it right.
No, you're spot on there, mate. So we're starting with the constructors, are we?
Starting off with the constructor winner.
Believe me or don't believe me, but there's 10 people in this little teacup. So if you don't like it, you can cry. But there you go. Look, there's lots of people in there. I'm going to pick 2, Scott, and then you're going to have the fate. So,
oh no.
So you can have 1 or 2.
Do you know what? Most people would go for the first one because it's number 1, but number 2 is a bit more even. It's a bit less odd. So we're going to go with number 2 as a winner.
So again for this one. Right. Okay.
Whoever was number 1, I apologise. Are we going to find out with that?
No, I put it back in the pot.
Oh, thank you. I've got nothing but dog's abuse.
So the winner of the constructors draw is Gautier.
Gautier left alone, the Tier 5 driver, of course, in the Ferrari's teammate, winning the constructors, the drivers' championship. Sorry, as well. I'm just seeing, Dan. Let me just hold on. If I hold that paper up, you can't.
So if you can flip it.
Yeah, you can mirror your video if you go into your options.
Interesting.
Because your writing's back.
Apparently, it's all turned off now.
See, that's why you need to be on time so we can do a bit of testing. I like how Frank. Oh my god, I'm so lost. How do you think we feel, mate?
It's all gone.
Have you flipped your camera? Are we looking at the back?
I didn't press
camera?
anything, Scott.
You flipped the camera the wrong way.
There you go. We're back.
Right, we might just have, there we go. So the writing should be the right way around now. Can we test
Yeah,
that?
but the hairline's on the other way. Ah.
See the bald
So
splodge.
that's it. So we've got Gautier Fallon as the winner. This is why everybody likes me doing the draw, Scott, because it just doesn't go smooth.
Exactly. We need a
right.
charm and a bit of banter. Gotti, on that front, if you are listening, get in touch with Mr. CRL AJ Wuhan. He'll be able to sort you out. If you're not here, I'm sure Jacob will be in touch with you very, very soon.
Yeah. So the rest of them are done now, aren't they?
That's him, unfortunately. Oof, the sastiness in that, the pizzazz.
They've all got stuck though. That's it. Right. Driver's draw.
Right, I'll take these off because I'll nip my hair already.
That's why I had to take the mask off last time.
Oh, yeah, of course. You had the Lando Norris mask, wasn't it?
Yeah. So is it the driver's draw now?
Driver's draw now, starting off with tier 4. Of course, 20 drivers, all returning bar one. I believe we have one new driver in the form of Cavolis. So a big welcome to him.
I'd say that. When I say driver's draw, is it not the tier champions draw? Are they just all just...
Oh, see, you obviously weren't listening. They win the lovely prize from Centerpod, the lovely poster from Nick, and the £15 gift voucher. There is no draw. They had a hard-earned title fight themselves.
Lovely. That's fine. I was just double checking. I didn't want them to feel left out.
Nah, just keeping us in check, Dan. We're into the meat of it then, mate. Tier 4 time.
Tier 4, right. I do have them all ready. I just because I only have limited cups, I didn't want to. So I'll read them just as a case of courtesy. As I'm folding them, I'll read them in. Just because then if people are watching, they can see if it's them, that sort of thing. Oh, excuse me. So starting with pot 2, we've got Wee Cammy. We've got Curly. I'm not going to say the full name because that's just.
A little bit with it.
We've got Wee Rabby.
It's a lot of wees in tier 4.
There is Victor Mean. Got Ghost Angel 1. I'm assuming you're doing some proofreading, Scott.
I'm just getting something for later on.
Got CRL Wuban. You've then got a CRL Tofa. CRL Spider 95. CRL Pancake. And AFL 1994.
All sounds right.
Oh, one missing.
One missing.
He was on. Oh no, never mind. It's because I threw him, didn't I? So one of them dropped in front of me. Lovely. So, pot 1 is MKP, Warrior Huntsman,
So MKP and Warrior Huntsman.
Phantom Nug 196. It might be my favourite contender for food of the season. Tomo TikTok 31.
Technically a food, according to Phil.
Mighty Baguette 94. That's
Oh.
another food. CRL Murphy. He makes some nice food, so I don't know if that counts. BX37 Pro. We won't mention his Manchester antics.
No,
Funny
keep
as
that.
chimp. Cavolis. And the final one in my hand is RLS Maze.
Good stuff. 10 pot 2, 10 pot 1, and 10 constructors. We'll just
That
crack on with it then, Dan.
Yeah, I will crack on with it. Let's get rid of the mess on the keyboard. Right. We'll start with first driver out of pot 1. The man himself. Funny ass chimp. Unfortunately, can't get his favourite person in his tier because Murphy is also pot 1.
Could get robbed though. Could get robbed.
He could get robbed. And is he in my hand? He's not. It's Chimp and Victor Mean. And I believe, I was going to say you're going to take some notes, aren't you?
I've got a kind of running notes going, and the plan being, folks, at the end of the stream, I'll be able to share this screen, and you'll be able to see who the Mercedes drivers for every tier, Red Bull for every tier, so on. But, well, that answers that question. One of them just came flying on out. Two of them came flying on out. No, I've just folded it twice. There you go. Don't you know my one? So, Bunny Osh Chimp and Victor, I mean, you can kind of see it. They're in the Alfa Romeo.
Good stuff. Just having a couple of chips.
Can't do this on an empty stomach, eh?
No. Right. Excuse me. Right. Next team. One jumped out at me as well, so I figured I'll pick it up.
Just go with that one.
Is Cavolis, or however you want to pronounce it.
I believe it is Cavolis. We'll hopefully get a fact check before the commentators take to the booth on Monday night.
So, and partnering with him is Rob, CRL Spider.
Very, very decent team. Newcomer showed some good promise in the pace test, and Rob, he's been about for quite a little while, almost as long as Murphy, not quite, but they are in. I don't know. I think Rob will be here. Now we know I think we all know he wants the Ferrari, and he did try to bribe me. I'll just want to say there's about 6 of them stuck together here, so I'm just going to give.
I'm not surprised because plenty of people that have my bank details ready. So,
well, Rob, your time is now, son. Is it going to be the Ferrari? Oh, he's in the Red Bull.
Yeah, he'll be enjoying that after the realistic. I'm sure he enjoys the Red Bull.
He's going to be firmly in Max Verstappen's seat. I can tell you that.
100%. Right, we'll move swiftly on. RLS Maze, the man, the myth, the legend, runs quite a decent league on a Friday night. I'm enjoying watching it. He's partnered up with the man that stalked me in Cheltenham, Wee Cammy.
Maze and Wee Cam, of course. Maze started off in tier 4 when we had the 5 tiers last year, came down to tier 5, and I believe did get a couple of podiums in that short time as well. Wee Cammy, the fake Scotsman, as I like to call him, he's been about for quite a while, and like you say, he's got some antics. They will be partnering up together. It's the old boogie team. It's the Haas.
It's hard to tell if people are going to like the Haas or not because it's not a bad looking car.
See, I'm actually not too bothered about it. I think it's decent. It's actually quite enjoyable.
All right, straight back in. Murphy, the man, the myth, the legend. He's partnered up with Wee Rabbi.
Murphy and Wee Rabbi. Wee Rabbi, of course, fairly newcomer to the league. Murphy, anything but that, of course. He's been about for, since Jesus was a wee boy. Let's put it that way. They will be partnering up together then, and we'll see Murph's reaction to this, hopefully. It's the McLaren. I would just like to point out at this stage as well, folks, that all the constructors are actually named correctly this season. There's no Alpine.
No, Alpine, no.
Murphy and Rabbi.
Murphy and Rabbi in the McLaren, yeah. Oh,
lovely job.
Right. Let's move on. BX37 Pro.
Big Ben, as he's also known around here.
Big Ben. Well, that's what someone. No, I can't say that. He's with AFL.
Oh, what a team that is! I must admit.
Good team. I'm surprised AFL's not in pot 1, but
I think he has made a little bit of a switch with assists in recent seasons. So obviously the pace has maybe fallen off a slight bit since his days of challenging Hedgehog 11 for the title. Big Ben, or BX as he's now known, and AFL shall be in the Williams.
Good stuff. It's difficult to tell what's a good and bad car because all of them are quite nice.
There's not. It's not like the days of 2020 where everybody was trying to avoid that horrendous Haas. Nobody seemed to really like it.
That is it. And so next up out of it is who you want to call if you want a good time in France. It's the Mighty Baguette. He's pairing up with Ghost Angel 1.
Finch German connection. Hopefully, there might be a few battles on track. Hopefully, no severe battles between them two, given the history. We won't go any further on that. They are pairing up in. It's not Admin Tory this season. It's Alpha Tory. Of course, last season filled to the brim with admins from every single tier. It seemed breaking that tradition already. Mighty Baguette and Ghost Angel 1. You spell Baguette. Oh, fantastic, folks. We've lost Dan already. We are 38 minutes in from when we're meant to start. We've been live for 21 minutes, and about 3 of those were behind the scenes, waiting for him to get in, and he's gone. He is gone. Where is he? Let me see. Is he back in? He is back in. What happened, Dan?
I don't know, mate.
You definitely maybe hit the end call button or something.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. I like to say, my connection going to use, it's back, I believe. There you go. Oh, you don't get this level of organisation anywhere else, folks.
Why would you want any higher level of organisation, mate?
Jacob saying, did you click on one of Harry's dodgy links?
I did, but not right now.
Oh, dear.
Who did they get? Because all I got, you froze like this.
So you didn't actually get it. They got the Alpha Tauri.
Okay, cool.
Alpha Tauri for Baguette and Ghost Angel 1.
Perfect. He went to get more food. Nathan, I've got a whole bag of it here, mate. We're good. Oh, it's gone again. Fuck's sake. I don't know what's going on.
Right, I can explain that one. I was trying to put my phone in the screen so that I could
But that wasn't me.
see the chat. No, I was trying to put my phone next to the screen so I could see the chats and accidentally put my laptop in airplane mode.
Vindication!
Oh.
Unbelievable. Right. I'm just cracking on. Phantom Nug.
Phantom Nug, then.
Phantom Nug is with Curly.
WTL Curly.
Does he count as a food? Curly Whirly? Does that?
Curly Whirly, curly fries. You get
No,
Nug and fries, to be fair. It's your perfect McDonald's meal deal.
No problem. What team name's got?
They are going to be in. Oh, Rob's crying his eyes out right now. It's the Ferrari.
Yeah. So I'm being distracted. I've got the I've got the missus sat right there just laughing at all this. So.
If I know your missus, she will be she'll be enjoying this. Just us having chaos. Who we got next then, Dan?
MKP. She is. You can probably hear her chuckling in the background. We've got MKP and Pancake.
MKP and MKP as
MKP, yeah.
MKP as Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris? Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name there. Indigo, anyway, as he's better known. Teaming up together then, MKP and Pancake in their Mercedes.
Lovely. Take a note of that. We'll smash through it. We'll get on to the next one. We've got Tomo Tip Top out next.
So, Tip Top again, a driver been around the block a few times here.
And upside down. Topher.
I already know who it is.
Oh, we've got a legend of the league in the chat. It is Ferg.
I was gonna say when I was Tomo Tip Top been around the block a few times, man that has been around the block a few times, Ferg himself joining in. Thomas Tip Top then and Topher, they're in the Alpine.
Lovely. That just leaves 2 people, I believe,
It should do it.
which is Warrior Huntsman and CRL Wuban. Not to be mistaken with CRL Wuban.
Lovely stuff. If this works right, and bear with me if it does, we should get a nice little over.
Hey!
Everybody should be able to see that.
Fucking hell.
I'm magic with it, mate.
The
So there you
production
go.
value has gone through the roof.
This is still the free the free software. I don't know how they've upgraded it to do this, but there you go. There is your tier 4 lineup: Cavolis and CRL Spider on the Red Bull, Phantom Nug and WTL Curly in the Ferrari. Mercedes sees MKP join CRL Pancake with Murphy and Wee Ravi in the McLaren. I'm putting on my commentator voice. Aston Martin has Warrior Huntsman and CRL Wuban with Tomo Tiptop and CRL Topher in the Alpine. Alfa Romeo sees the young man from down under Funnyos Chimp alongside Victor Mean Williams, the 2 old buds of BX37 Pro and AFL alongside each other. Haas has Maze and Wee Kami with Alpha Tauri rounding off the grid, Mighty Vigate and Ghost Angel 1. Back to the beautiful boys. We are on. Who needs graphics? Exactly, McConey. All you need is some free software and an Excel on your work computer. All you need, mate. All you really need.
You need a working computer for that to happen.
Oh, just to confirm as well, because I kind of skipped over it. Of course, just, they were in the Aston Martin. Kind of jumped ahead of myself, but I think we all knew that was the team that was sitting waiting. So I'll stick all these back in the pot. It's time for tier number 3, Dan. You might have just seen my feet there. Nobody screenshot that and try and sell it online.
I'll get 3.
You get them for free. I'm looking for my phone. It's right in front of me. We have, of course, got tier 3 kicking off now. But there is a little change to one of the prizes that the Drivers' Champions got, Dan. No, because you're crucial to this. Instead of picking a track.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot, didn't you?
I did.
I've just realised as well.
Me too.
I've made an arse of this.
Well, I think we both have.
Because I've got the wrong driver in gold.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing mine didn't print out in gold.
No, it's just this tier because, right, I'm going to have to find him. And I'm going to have the right...
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You wouldn't think I commentated over the tier that he won the title in, but I put the guy that was in second as winning the title. It's in gold, so I can't even reuse it. Hold on, let me get up. Do you know what?
Oh, okay. No, I get what you mean. You've botched it. I don't know why I'm saying.
No, you've done everything wrong. Right, sorry, I've done everything wrong.
Whoa.
So I'm not gonna write the name in it. I'm just gonna fold up this bit of paper, and we'll use that as the person. You'll find out when I pull out a blank bit of paper.
No.
So, of course, then we'll start off then your tier 5 champion from last season. As we had five winners, normally they would pick a track. Now, on a 12 grid calendar, we wanted to try and use tracks that haven't been used so far last season. It's a new game cycle. So instead of giving the option to pick 5 tracks and then we'd have 5 of the same and then 7 maybe stinkier tracks, we made the calendar ourselves and we gave our champions a chance to pick their constructor. Now, of the 5, only 3 are racing this season. So we're going to change it up for this one. We're starting with the pot 2 driver because they are pot 2 within this tier 3 drawer. And it is your season 9, tier 5 champion of CRL Nacho. He should be in gold. I put Mark Wilson in gold by mistake because I'll be honest, I rushed it. So Nacho is out already of the draw. He won't get pulled in pot 2 and he will go straight into the Williams. So I hope you've got that out of your pot, Dan.
Let me find it.
If not, we can just draw it out. When it draws out, we just skip it and go to the next.
Nope.
So
we're good.
that is the pot 2 driver done for that. We will then draw out Nacho and the Williams. We'll draw out their teammate from pot 1, and they will be lined up beside the young Canadian in Bunnies 9999.
Nacho and Bunnies. Nice.
Nacho and Bunnies, both in the Williams. I've given myself a lot to do here because I'm kind of doing 2 at once.
Yeah, if you're doing the notes, mate, you crack on.
I'm doing everything. Anyway, we'll get on to our second pot 1 driver then. Back to the usual standard of the draw, where pot 1, pot 2, constructor, and so on. We've got 9 left to go. Pot 1 driver then for team number 2 in tier 3. It's King Phi Panda. And they will be lining up alongside. We've got 2 there. We'll take the one that was hanging on to the bottom. It's a strong team. Again, another driver been here for a while. It's Mr. Krigo82. So King Phi Panda alongside Krigo82. And they will be in, Dan. Once you finish munching.
They'll be in the Alpine.
They'll be in the Alpine. I'm just trying to find it on my little spreadsheet.
Phil, I'm always carried on the admin front, mate.
I just wonder who's carrying me because I'm a bit shambolic at the best of times as well, Phil. I'm not. I shouldn't say this because it'll go to their heads and they're already big enough. Thank God for the boost. Driver number 3 from pot 1 then. It's Mr. CRL Indian Jesus. Of course, in the tier 3 last season, around about the mid-pack and getting a win, of course, as well. It's an all CRL lineup then. It's Mr. Polish Man, the Indian driver and the Polish driver, mixing it up together.
I believe that only 2 people with countries in their name in the tier, so that's
I think they are actually, yeah. They are the Team International, Mr. Worldwide.
That's it. And they are in... That's a blank bit of paper. The Aston Martin.
Aston Martin for Indian Jesus and Polish Man. Driver number 4 from pot 1 then. It is going to be... Oh, it's a good friend of both of ours. It's Mr. KXI, a.k.a. Kalen.
That's correct. He has confirmed he is 12 years old, so...
I don't know what you possibly could mean by that. Kalen then will be lining up alongside X-Leon 01.
Not a bad team. What car should we give him, Scott? What do you think?
What was he in last year? He was in the Haas last year, or last season anyway. We'll just give him that again.
Unfortunately not.
Red Bull for KXI and Leon then.
I still got names on my shoulder.
Driver number 5, I've almost lost count, from pot number 1. It's another good friend of ours. It's the red hat lantern holder. It's Mr. Kirk.
Hello. Luckily, he is in this tier because he did not like the fact that he was going to have to race Thursdays because of work.
It's a strong team as well. It's Eason, another
nice
driver from last season's tier 4, of course.
Nice. So they are in this one. They're in the Haas.
Ooh. So we'll get a nice animated reaction to that, I'm sure.
We'll see soon enough, won't we?
We'll definitely hear about it. Driver number... I've lost count again. Number 6 from pot number 1. Just checking it's pot 1 it is. It's IRT Crack. Reserve, of course, in tier 3 last season. And
some rumoured to say food of the season.
Well, there is an early contention for that. Crack is going to be lining up alongside a blank bit of paper because it should be the Mark Wilson one, which I coloured gold for some reason.
Show him in gold.
I did. I gave him... I'm not going to say what I was going to say there.
Say it, Scott. Say it.
Oh, no. I can't. Mrs. might be watching. And me and her have enough banter on a Monday night already. You might start getting ideas that there's a freeway sort of triangle of love going on there. And I start talking about
Fair
both.
enough. Should we just pick them a team?
Aye, dig me out of this hole, please.
We'll go with this one. They're in the McLaren.
In the McLaren, Mark. I'm trying to think. I think Mark was in the Red Bull last season, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure his opinion on cars, but I'm sure he'll be happy for a little bit of a change. There's only a few names left in here, Dan, and
It's not many.
I'm trying to think. One of them is definitely yours, but it's not you this time. It's Esteban.
Esteban.
And Esteban will be lining up alongside another strong team as well. Another driver been around the block for us for a wee while. G. Hartnell.
Lovely. Let's see what car they've got. This one. They're in Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, and the Alfa Romeo. There we go. I was just making sure. I was sitting there looking. I've only got two names left in this pot, but it was just two of them stuck together. So Esteban and CRL. G. Hartnell in the Alfa Romeo. Lineup number 7 then for Tier 3. Another good friend of ours. It's Mr. Toby Tobes.
Toby, one of the gang.
And Tobes will be partnering up with what a team. Dragon on Speed.
Oh, it's good team. Good team, mate.
Very strong team in that.
And they are in. I've got 2 again, Scott. Let's make you make a decision.
Oh, we'll go with number 1.
So that one.
That one there, yep. The one you're shaking vigorously.
Is that Tobes back in the Ferrari?
Tobes back in the Ferrari once again.
Not bad.
He'll either be absolutely delighted or absolutely raging. 2 names left in each pot then, folks. 2 teams left. It's the man himself. Real DC.
Some people fuming that I'm in this tier.
Now, Dan, since there's 2 names left, I'm going to give you the opportunity then.
Lovely.
Number 1.
Know what I think cup in this cup? The tears of the people that hate me being in tier 3. I will choose number 2. I'll choose 2. Yeah. I don't know who's left.
It's another strong team, to be fair. A driver that's just about creeped into pot 2, it must be said. It showed a lot of potential. Go stick F1.
I'm happy with that. I'm actually okay with that.
It'd be horrendous if you turned around and said,
"Oh, well, I didn't realize the other one was Mazel, so it could have been a whole admin team, but that would have."
You could have actually. So see if you just picked one.
Well, shall I pick my car?
Pick your car. It's either Mercedes or Alpha Tauri. If you get back in the Alpha Tauri again, it's the Mercedes.
I'm okay with that. I wanted that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, who are you trying to convince, yourself or me?
No, I did want that.
Your final pot 1 driver then for tier 3 is Sofian. And they will be lining up alongside. We've already confirmed it. I think he's actually back in the Alpha Tauri as well. The Mazels. Or Mazels.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And that just leaves them. Yeah. The Alpha Tauri.
And Mazels.
I'll let you do your nice little graphic, Scott, and I'll get the other pot out.
You can do your little switch over. I'll switch us across to the old sheet. So, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. No, you know what? You can just squint your eyes and read. So I might need to squint my eyes and read, actually. Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong, folks. Let's there we go. I'll do some admin in the background to make that left thing freeze. Oh, Phil, we need the graphics. It's all going wrong. In the red lane is KXI and X Leon. I think that's meant to be 02 instead of 01. Toves and Dragon on Speed in the Ferrari. Mercedes is the man himself, Real DC, and Glow Stick with 1 too many C's. In the McLaren is IRT Crick and Mark Wilson. Aston Martin, Indian Jesus and Polishman, the CRL dream team in the division, it could be said. Alpine sees King 5 Panda team up with Craigo82, Alfa Romeo of Stiesteban and Jay Hartnell. Williams has Bunnies 99999 and CRL Nacho. Clark PR and Aizen 037 in the Haas with Sofian and Mazzles 92 teaming up alongside each other in the Alpha Tower. You can also see, of course, to the left, their teammates in the respective Tier 4 because it is the combined constructors once again. Tier 2 time then, Dan.
That's it. It's the same scenario, though. We do have a champion in this tier. I believe just the one. So I'm just quickly doing the top 2 drivers because, spoilers, I will reveal it in just a moment.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm not messing up my bits of paper. Oh, we're on the home straight though, folks. I think we're all good. Make sure I've got all the constructors in.
Everybody in the chat wants you as a teammate, Scott.
Everybody?
It seems so.
It can't be everybody. Surely not everybody.
Indigo's got a good point. Should we say the commentators? Or are they confirmed yet?
I think they're confirmed enough.
Yeah.
Provisional, we could say. Until things are.
Yeah, Nathan said nothing's confirmed, so I think we leave it there.
We'll leave it there.
No problem. We'll just get straight into it. Let me just clear this again quickly because I don't need those names anymore because we've got them on notes. So, the champion here, Scott, can you just confirm I am correct? I will have a quick check myself. But the champion is the man himself, Harry Palmer.
That's correct. Tier 4 champion from last season.
So it's not loading. So if you could confirm the team he wants and make sure that it's outside of your pot.
I've got it here sitting ready. He is in the McLaren. First choice was the McLaren. Oh, just to clarify as well, our 3 champions that are getting a pick, they had 2 picks, all of them getting their first pick. I've kind of spoiled it for I knew I spoiled who the champion was. But yes, Harry picking the McLaren. His teammate then, Dan?
His teammate is, out of pot 2, is War Daddy.
War Daddy LTU, one of the 2 Lithuanians in.
That's a good point. It says Nathan said give him Farrell.
Oh, redraw it. Fix it again. So War Daddy and Harry Palmer in the McLaren with Harry's team pick. War Daddy, if you're about, let me know how you're feeling with that. Harry, you'll be ecstatic. You've got the car you wanted. Team number 2 then, Dan.
Yeah, sorry. Like I said, I'm just being distracted. Team number 2, Philip. You've completely messed it up. 388610.
Thanks.
Did you do it again, Scott? Did you do it again? You've muted yourself now.
Oh, I'd somehow put myself on mute and airplane mode at the same time. The most important thing is the stream didn't die because of quick reactions, you know? That's why everybody wants to be my teammate. Quick with my hands, you know?
Anyway, Phil is with Phil and Strauss.
Ooh. Phil and
team. Good team.
Very solid team. Two of the long runners, it must be said, veterans of the community. I think they both are here potentially. They're in the Mercedes. Strauss or Phil are there. I'd like to get the reaction because that is not just a strong team. They'll be quite happy.
Instructors teammates.
I was about to say, no wonder you're celebrating.
I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. Very happy.
Move the phone out of the way. By the way, just
Probably a good idea. Right, we'll crack on. We'll crack on.
We'll get the wheels back in the wagon.
Vapor Shadow is the next one out of the pot. And he is with Witsy Wines.
E.R.T. Waitsy, also affectionately known as Waitsy Wines.
Glow stick, we love to hear it, mate. I know there's a lot of winding you up. We got this.
Hi. McConey celebrating the fact he's got Strauss, celebrating the fact he's got Mercedes, and forgiving you for all the times you picked them out in a Haas.
It was also we could be together, Phil.
Vapor Shadow and Waitsy Wines then together in the Alpine for team number 3.
Straight in.
Team number 4 of tier 2
is Eloy Delano. He's pairing up with yourself, Scott.
Irish Scottish connection. You just can't keep this apart.
The Celtic connection.
Like connection. Right, the McLaren's gone. That McLaren last season. I've got the Aston in the Realistic League, so ideally not that. And the Alpine's gone, which I've got in another series. So I'm quite hopeful. I'm gonna have a smile on my face here.
I think it's just gone for me.
I've got that. It's just one. Oh, Rob, eat your heart out, son. I'm in the Ferrari. I'll take that. Why are you looking at me like that, Dan? Have you froze, or are you just giving me a stare and look down? I'm worried. If I upset Dan, is Dan frozen? Is Dan dead? Dan? What is going on? Well, somebody get a photo of this. Let's make this a new react. Let's so his Wi-Fi is gone because his missus, who was sitting on the couch laughing at him, has decided, and in his words, to F about. You don't get things like this anywhere else. I think he is. Is he back in now? Looks like he's here. There he is.
Where did we get to?
We got to me and Delano being in the Ferrari.
Lovely. Well, we'll crack on because otherwise it's going to go horrendously. We've got Carl
Wiedeberg.
Carl Wiedeberg and Cole P. I know they wanted him and Strauss wanted to be in the same team. Unfortunately, not possible because both were pot 2.
There was many tears shed and a few angry words said in Dutch, it must be said, over the fact that that couldn't happen. Carl Vandenberg and Co-Paradox are in the Alpha Tauri. I think I did see Copa is here. See if we get his reaction on that. That's just the one unfolded.
I agree with what Nathan says, though. Like and subscribe so I can afford some decent Wi-Fi.
That's true. Just £2 a month. You can give Dan some Virgin Media.
Hobbsy is the next out of pot 1. Is it controversial that he's in tier 2?
He was borderline, it must be said, borderline for a spot in tier 1. But
this is a good team.
Oh, it's not James, is it? Oh, it's too well. Oh, that's sorry, James. That might be even deadlier.
Hobbsy and Kevin.
Two-time champion alongside prospective champion for Tier 2 this season. It's a very, very strong team. Ennis straight
Hobbsy's
in there.
loving it. Hobbsy is loving it.
Kevin loving it as well. Well, will they love this? Because they're in the house.
Oh,
Years gone by, they would have been cussing my name. Maybe not so much now.
we'll see. Anyway. It is NSR legend or legende or however whatever pizzazz you want to put on there.
Like a bit legendy, just a little bit. Get a little bit saucy with it, you know.
And he's with Knowlesy.
Knowlesy ATK. I mean, strong team. There's not really been any weak teams come out of the pots at all tonight, it must be said. Just shows a testament how quick these grids are. Legendi and Nosy then in the Alpha Romeo. Bit of assessed on that there as well, so it did.
That's right.
Lovely.
We'll move on before I freeze again.
It's a race against DC's internet.
We've got Tango. Is with 4-star.
Another strong team. Tango was, of course, right up there in last season's Tier 2 championship. 4-star, of course, coming second in Tier 3's championship. So it's a very, very strong team. The Red Bull, the Aston Martin, and the Williams available for.
So I do just want to go back because Kevin has said the Haas was his season 1 car, which I believe he won the championship.
No, season 1 he came second to. I can't think of the name now. That's
I'm
terrible.
convinced he did. But
No, he lost out to Soviet. Sonnet.
Yeah.
Sonnet, yes. He won the next two. Ferg pushing him close. And then season 4, of course, Ferg won. Aston Martin then, as I drop it, for Tango and 4-star. Jamesy boy, if he is about, sure he'll be happy enough.
Nathan has confirmed Sonev won in the Ferrari, and my apologies. We do have the Gypsy, Ennis.
A very, very inside joke there.
And Ennis is with Schuster, Mr. Be Real himself.
We're just going to put him doing his TTL ID shoe because I'll be honest with you, mate. I can't remember how to spell your name. It's like a game of Scrabble, it must be said. Ennis and Schuster in the Williams.
So it just means 2 people left, which is IRT Jet and Mr. Farrell.
This. Well, he is known as being relentless with his teammates, so best of luck to you this season, Jet. We'll quickly go across to my fancy little slide and zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better.
What car are they in, Scott?
They are in there. Oh, yes. See, I can see in front of me that I know what they was done, but it's the Red Bull.
Cool. That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as I know, nobody else knows. But yes, Jet, IRT Jet, and REL Farrell in the Red Bull. We'll quickly.
P saying Jet is a child? No.
There is the summary then for Tier 2. IRT Jet and Farrell, like we just said, in the Red Bull. Ferrari has Delano and myself. McConey and Strauss in the Mercedes. Harry Palmer and Wardaddy in the McLaren. Aston Martin has Tango and James A. 4-star. Alpine has Vaver Shadow and Wetsy Wands. That's a terrible impression. Alfa Romeo has Legendi and Knowsley teaming up together. Williams has, I'm not going to say it, Ennis and ID Schuschler, Mr. B Real himself. Haas has Hobnob and Big Kev Duel, with Alpha Tauri having Carl Vandenberg and Cole Paradox forming up the Dutch Alliance in the Alpha Tauri. I'll give you a full rundown, of course. I'll let you have a look at the full thing at the end of the evening. But in the meantime, Dan, it's back to the draw. I'm just confirming because we do have another champion.
I believe we do.
This, if I can find it, because I want to double check the team, because I don't trust myself to remember. I think I know what it is, but it can't be that because we've already had that one. There we go. Ah, yes. Definitely didn't break my voice there. Wasn't a voice crack. You never heard anything. So then, first driver for Tier 1 is coming from Pot 2. It's the golden ticket that you can kind of see. And it is the correct one this time. It is, of course, Tier 2's championship winner, ERO Strange. Now, Strange has chosen, just check my notes, the Mercedes for this season.
Okay, let's try and pick that up. Got it. So he's with myself.
So, yep, he is alongside yourself and McConey and Strauss, in fact, in that. Just going to check. I can't remember what one is my pot 1 and my pot 2 now. Yeah, that's my pot 1, that's fine. I'll give it a nice little rumble up. Pot 2 over there. So, ERO Strange in the Mercedes, joining him alongside. It's a strong team, to be fair. It's Mr. Ollie, aka NLR Resify, or Resifi, if your name is
okay
Head.
with that. Good team.
NLR Resify. Second pot 1 driver out of the draw, and it came flying out and landed on my foot. So that's an opening of some kind. He might not like to be known as being associated with my feet. It's Porsche.
You've spelled his name wrong.
Have I? Oh, it's Evam. There was always going to be one. There was always going to be one. Evams. If you're about Josh, I do apologise.
I don't.
Josh then will be teaming up. It's an ERO connection, in fact. It's Cross Liam.
Good team. Do we know what car he doesn't want?
I've actually not a clue. I was speaking to him actually just before the draw, in fact. I was actually engineering for him. And never let us have any kind of inclination.
Well, they're in the house.
Well, again, it's not as bad as it used to be. But
No, exactly.
I might still be a little moan and groan. Purely because that's how Josh is. No, you can't sue us for defamation of character, mate. It's just the facts.
We're not worth anything.
Team number 3 then, pot 1 driver. Get 2 there, we'll take the one on the back.
Come on, again.
Antonio, CRL Antonio. And young Mr. Tony is going to be alongside. He asked to be here. It's George Hargreaves. Again, another driver that was on the cusp of Tier 1 and Tier 2. Hargreaves, as Dan is gone again. You never work with children or animals, people. I don't know which one Dan is, but he is one of the two because his internet is acting like when he is back once again.
I heard that. Who did you get?
So it is CRL Antonio alongside George Hargreaves.
No worries. They're in the Aston Martin. I just picked one up. That's what I get. We've not got the time to do any of this.
None of the Pisazzle. So they're in the Aston Martin, you see.
Yes.
Lovely stuff. 7 to go then, Dan. We'll fly through these because my legs are getting a bit sore. It's had to look at that. I can't read that upside down. CPI Chaza. And
Yeah.
Chaza is going to be alongside
Got a team ready for him.
Kenny. Spelled his name wrong as well. That's Key.
They're in the McLaren. They're in the McLaren.
The McLaren. CPI Chaza alongside IRT Kenny, or Key, as he will now affectionately be known. Like them little cars in Japan, the wee key cars. Of course, a bit different. The man from Finland. Pot 1 driver next is Gurnman, 14. Crucial part, the 14, of course. We just had 3 of them fly out of the pot, so we'll put them back in, give them another ruffle. Gurnman teaming up alongside a driver from Tier 3 last season, shown massive improvements, IRT Seep.
TC, yeah, they are in. Again, I'm just picking one up and I'm getting. They're in the Ferrari.
So Gurnman and IRT Seep and the Ferrari next. Pot 1 driver fresh out of the clear plastic cups of joy is Lil Leroy. And the little white man from Edwardale is going to be lining up alongside. Their teammates in the realistic. They have one solid working eye between them. AJ Wuhan.
They are in the Alfa Romeo.
So IRT Leroy alongside CRL AJ Wuhan in the Alfa Romeo. Next out of pot 1, 4 drivers left in each pot, of course. Relentless Jules Bream.
He is here as well. He's here.
We'll get his live reaction not only to his teammate but to his constructor. Teammate first then. Oh, a strong team. It's a Relentless team up. It's Relentless Taupe. Again, another top contender in Tier 2 last season. Very, very strong team that.
They're in the Alpha Tauri.
Alpha Tauri for the 2 Relentless boys. Or girls. You know, can't assume these days. 3 to go in.
Some of them act like it.
Well, the less we say. And speaking of that, it's Nathan JB.
Speaking of acting like a little girl, interesting.
Yeah, you said it, not me. Nathan, I'm sure he is here. It's an old admin team, to be fair. It's the little tree, Nathan and Boopsy.
Little tree. They are in this one, which is the Williams.
And the Williams CRL, Nathan. JB 17. Guess what the JB stands for? No Nathan abuse tonight, folks. No Nathan abuse. 2 drivers left in each of the pot. Let's go for you. The fan favourite, or the early favourite, must be said, Sweet Clown 19, Mr. Wouter. And Wouter is going to be alongside, I see he's just commented very, very recently, it's IRT Frank.
IRT Frank and Wouter. Nice. They're in the Red Bull.
And the Red Bull.
Right, they say it's rigged every draw, mate. It's fine, cool. do it yourself.
Exactly. Me and Dan, I give up my Thursday afternoon to type up everything wrong. Dan gives up his Thursday night to try and get his internet and his laptop working. And you all give up your Thursday night to watch us monumentally mess it up. But you still say it's rigged no matter what way to do it. So we're just having fun with it. Last team then, Dan.
They have just confirmed who it is, but yeah, you carry on.
Oh, it is. What a team.
That is an unbelievable team.
And it's a GOAT team, an OG team in a sense.
That is
Mr.
an
Craig.
unbelievable team. They are in the LP.
The last time Ferg raced with us, He was in the Alpine. I think we did see him about earlier on. Yeah, he was. We'll see if he's about for that reaction. Let's then quickly have a look through Tier 1. We've got in the Red Bull, Sweet Crown 19 and IRT Frank, Gurnman and Sieb in the Ferrari, NLR Reservi or Ollie with ERO Strange in the Mercedes. McLaren has CPI Chiesa and IRT Kenny, Aston Martin Antonio and George Hargreaves. Alpine has Pease and Ferg, one of the Relentless Dream Teams. Alfa Romeo, nearly choked them on tongue, sees no eyes in contention. Safety car team, it could be said. IRT Leroy and Mr. AJ Wuhan. That was a bit mean. Williams has Nathan Jigglybits 17 and CRL Little Tree Bimpier. Haas has Posh Evans or Posh Emmons alongside IRT Cross. Joel Bream and Taupe then together in the Alpha Tauri. I heard Dan saying something about the connections going. I think he's still with us. We'll take that as a no. Well, he's back. He's back.
Let's get it done with. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll quickly round it off then, I suppose, before we round it off. If I can get this to zoom out right. Why have we got that there? What have I done? I've hit some buttons. There's your general overview, folks. I hope you can see that well enough. Your full Red Bull, your full Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, Aston Martin, Alpine, Alfa Romeo, Williams, Haas, and AlphaTauri teammates. Of course, the combined constructor again, a thing for season 10. So you're not just teammates. Say I'm not just teammates with Delano. In fact, I've also got Tolbs and Dragon, Curly, Phantom Nug, Gurnman, and Sieb alongside me for the ride for the constructors. So get a quick look. Of course, the teams will be out within each tier whenever Jacob does the graphics. I believe it should be something.
Yeah, he just said later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll have a nice little graphic. Just to remind you, you don't need to take a photo, take a note of this. It will be all done. And I suppose all that's left to say for us is thank you for having us again, Dan. We've made it as chaotic as we normally do. I'll switch it back to just our lovely faces. There we go. What a way to end it off. I think we'll end it off how we started.
I don't have anything.
Well, I'll carry us once again. I don't know if there's much else for us to add, Dan. There we go. That'll do. You did the same as me. You try and adjust it looking at the camera and you turn it the wrong way, don't you?
Yeah.
I suppose all that's left to say is make sure to tune back in the channel Monday night because of course, we're kicking off on Monday. It's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Nathan said, get the boxes out. So I'm just going to...
Oh, Christ. Right, while he does that, yep, I'll finish the little plug. Tier 3 and Tier 4 are kicking off, of course, Monday with Saudi Arabia. Commentary teams to be confirmed, but we all know the driver lineups now, the team lineups. Thursday night, of course, we'll see Tier 1 and Tier 2 go at it. And if you're not rooting for Dan on Monday night, what are you doing? Look at that little face. You can't not.
I don't know what to say. I'm just embarrassing myself.
It comes natural to some of us, mate. We're just good at it. Anyways, folks, I think we'll hold on. I just see Jamie asking me to take my top off. Absolutely not.
Interesting.
It's a bit sus. But yeah, we'll leave it as it is then, Dan. Thank you all for joining us. 33 Vs here right now. I think we're up in the 50, maybe 60 mark. So I think the majority of the drivers tuning in at some point. But as Dan says,
bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, drivers. Bye.